Hello friends, welcome. In this video I'm going to design the post show and I'm going to add the edit and delete link to the post show and push to the GitHub. Okay, so first if I go here in the reddit.com, we can see we need to display the subreddit URL here or name and the posted by username. We need the title here and the description if we have, and down there is going to be the comments, but right now we need only the title, the username, posted by username, and also the subreddit and the description. Also the URL if we have the URL. And we have also the sidebar here. Now let's go in the resources, JS, pages, front-end, posts, and show page. Here is going to be the design. Now first I'm going to do is say here in the section flex, and by default I'm going to say flex call. Okay, and I'm going to add by default width full. So if we are in the smartphone and if we are in the MD and app, I'm going to get only the width of 8 by 12. The same thing in the second div. So MD and app take 4 by 12. Otherwise width is going to be full. So we are going to get all the width. Okay. Now if I save and come here, I go to the inspect and select. Yeah, now we have all of our width here. Good. Next, let's design the post. What we need the community name and also the URL. So in this one, let's add a div with a class of margin 2 and padding 2. And here inside I'm going to say hedge 2. Give it a class with a font semi-bold. Okay, text is going to be 2XL and text black. Okay. And here I'm going to display r/ and the community name. If I save and come here, yeah, it is, but I want this to be BG white. Okay, yeah, like this. Now we need also here, when we hover it, to be clickable. So let's, not here, but right here, add a link. And we need to import the link from the Vue 3, or we have here. We have the link, so let's say link with href to be route communities.show, and we need the community.slack here. Okay. And let's move now this up here. Save. And yeah, we go, not a community show, but we need to say front end. So let's go in the routes, web route. We have this front end communities show, not because this is the backend. So let's say frontend.communities.show. And now if I refresh again, if I click here, we go to this one, and read more, we go back. Okay. Okay, now let's display the title, the username, and the description. So here we have the title, and let me add also one more div here to be class margin 2 and padding 2 and bg white as well here, and close that div. Very good. Now here in the h1, let's add a class with font semi-bold, text black, but not 2XL, but 3XL here. And if I save, I go to the browser, yeah, it is the title, but we need up here the username. As you can see, we need the username here. So let's add a span with a class font or text small, because it's small text here, and text is going to be slate 400. And if I say posted by username here, save, yeah, here it is, posted by username, like this. Let's add a paragraph here for the description. So paragraph with class text to be small, or let's leave it, just say text slate 700. Okay, and display here the post description. Yeah, here it is now, the post description. What we need also the URL, and I'm going to add an anchor tag here with class to be font semi-bold, text is going to be blue 500, and maybe text small. Okay, let's display the post.url, and if I save, yeah, here it is. We need to add the anchor tag, to add the href here, and I'm going to bind to the post.url. If I save, and yeah, okay, we can add also on hover to be text blue 300. Save, refresh, and yeah, if I hover it, it's okay. Next, what we need, and down there is going to be the comment, but for now we are okay because we don't have any other. So we added the title, the URL, description, and we need the username because I hard coded the username here. But if I come here and go to the inspect element, let's remove this for now, or if I leave it, yeah, we are okay. So if I go in the view, we can see we don't have the username inside the post. We have post, we have title, we have the user ID, but not the username, and we need the username. Okay, now here what we can do, we can say post with user, but we don't need all the user object, we need only the username. We can use the inside the app HTTP resources, we have this community post resource. We can use this and we can add here the URL because we need the URL and say this URL. Or we can create a new post resource only for the show post. Okay. And this is going to be the community post resource, and the second is going to be only the post show resource. So it's up to you. I'm going to create a new one. So let's remove this and let's okay, and here I'm going to say artisan make resource post show resource. Okay, and run the npm run dev again. Let's go in the Visual Studio Code, and now in the resources we have also the post resource. So let's copy what we have inside here because it's going to be almost the same. We need only to add the URL here. So add also the URL and hit save. Now in the post controller, let's cut this and say new post show resource and paste that in. And if I save, now it's going to break, or so if I refresh, yeah, we have only the post by username because in the post, now we have the data. And inside the data, we have the description, ID, slug, title, the URL, and the username you can see here. Okay, so what we can do, go to the show, and in the username, let's display the post.data.username like this, and select all the posts we have here and say post.data like this, save, and yeah, now we have also the username and all of the details. Just when we have the username here, let's cut this and paste it here. And this is going to be text small slate 400. Instead in the span, I'm going to say text slate 700 to be more, yeah, just to separate from the posted by here. Here we have the same, but I don't like that. So you can do what you want. Okay, friends. So if I go again back to the Laravel and select this one, for example, yeah. Okay, now let's add the link here to edit and delete the post. What we have. So we designed that one, and you can play with design, but this is just the example. Now we need to add a link to edit and delete the post. So inside the roads, web roads, we have this road resource community post controller, which are for the backend, and we can edit and delete that. So we can use this one. Now where we can add the edit and delete buttons. I'm going to add up here. So in this div, when we have this username and the post, I'm going to cut and say div with the class flex and flex call, very good, and paste that in. Now if I save, I go back, yeah, it's the same, just add here margin left a bit 2. Yeah, okay. Now after that, I'm going to add also a div, and inside this div, we need to add the link to go to the road. So ref road communities dot post dot edit, and we need the community Slack, also not like this, community Slack, and also the post Slack dot Slack. Okay, so here we need to say post dot data. I forgot to add that. Data dot Slack. Save, and now yeah, we have this edit here. But what we can do, we can say flex call. In the MD is going to be flex row, and we need to add the justify between, and let's wrap this one with one div, cut, paste that in, another one with this div. Now here is the edit, and we can add also the delete. So let's copy and duplicate that. This is going to be for the delete. If I save, yeah, we have that delete here. Now let's add some classes. So for the edit, I'm going to add a class to be font semi-bold, text is going to be blue 500, on hover is going to be text blue 700, and let's copy this and paste it in here. Just change from blue to red. Save, and yeah, also let's add here margin left to be 2. Yeah, and I think we are okay now. Okay, in the next video we are going to work with the edit and delete. This is going to be a link as a button. We are not going to go anywhere, just click here and delete this and go back to the /Laravel. Okay, so see you in the next one. All the best.